gentlemen, start your engine!
It's the round of 12 here from New Hampshire for the NASMAR Community Cup Series playoffs. Today I'm joined alongside Bum Motorsports and East Coast Racing Network.
Thanks so much for having us, Speedway. It is about to be a thriller in New Hampshire. We've got 12 playoff drivers remaining in the NASMAR playoffs, and it is about to be a fun one. The round of 12 kicks off today, where after the Roval, we will narrow things down to 8.
And what a race it's going to be today here at the Magic Mile. 12 drivers going for a championship, and it starts here at the round of 12.
Yeah, like you said, the Magic Mile. A lot of magical things can happen here today, and it's sure to be a fun one indeed.
Yeah, playoffs getting down to crunch time here in the NASMAR Community Cup Series. We know what kind of chaotic time of year this gets to be in NASMAR, and it is one of the best times of year when it comes to NASMAR.
Now, how about Daniel Suarez, the winner of Darlington? And a lot of people had him out in the first round of playoffs, but he won at Darlington with this incredible move past Chris Buescher. And then on the last lap here, Chris Buescher gives him everything, but Daniel Suarez off of turn 4, he will win his way into the round of 12.
Yeah, no one had that on their bingo card. But we see William Byron. He was the winner of a thrilling finish at Gateway, which it was crazy. Let's see it here.
Barry's going to go around the outside with a large push. Now,
and you talk about chaos, and I mean that's
now Connor Zillich and Josh Berry around.
Is it
Now
not?
lets the two rivals get by. Lacano gives him a bump. Chastain bumps him back, and William Byron.
Motorsports 1, 2, 3, 4. Chris Buescher starts at the back today. He was your Bristol winner. He had a problem here yesterday in practice, excuse me. And Chris Buescher riding the momentum. He is a playoff driver, and he took advantage of yet another race full of chaos at the finish. Denny Hamlin wrecked by Kyle Larson on the last lap, causing the big one in turn number 3. Chris Buescher able to sneak by out of absolutely nowhere. Actually, I know where he stuck out of Prosper, Texas, which, by the way, has a population of 30,000. And he is looking to continue on with this strong playoff run today in New Hampshire.
Yeah, so let's look at these point standings coming into New Hampshire. You know, Hamlin, Gibbs, Berry, and Austin Cindric were eliminated last week at Bristol. And now you got Christopher Bell plus 22 with Kyle Busch plus 16. Looking pretty good for them, but that could all be gone in a flash here around the Magic Mile. So you got to look out for them.
Yeah, as we see the 4 drivers eliminated here. And if you're below the cut line, you really want to get above that as fast as possible, as we're heading into Kansas next week, and then the Roval, which those are 2 tough tracks, so you want to be ahead while you can.
Yeah, they are, and we know the Roval is chaos. One guy who is good, it seems to be everywhere at this point. Christopher Bell is plus 22 to the cut line. He has been fantastic in NASMAR this season, and guess what? He put the car on the pole position At his best track, he's looking to capture another lobster today.
And an amazing lap here from Christopher Bell into turns 3 and 4 he goes, and he was able to capture the pole at New Hampshire, and he's going to be starting up front. Very possible for Christopher Bell to win here and lock himself in the round of 8.
Yeah, next one to look out for is John Hunter Nemechek. He's starting 4th. One of the best starting spots in the season so far for him, but he's not in the playoffs, but he has great track position to go up and win.
Another guy to talk about is Joey Logano. He is out of the Team Penske stable, who we know are so good on these flat, shorter tracks. Logano looking to make his way up to the front after winning last year. He'll start just inside the top 10.
How about Shane Van Gisbergen? He's not the greatest at ovals, but has some good track position here. He's starting P14 in the Trackhouse 88 machine.
Yeah, as that's all done, we'll head to commercial break, and we'll be right back with you after this one.
Chili's wanted to reintroduce the Presidente margaritas to a NASCAR audience, but that was pretty complex, so we came up with the catchy line. Ride the Dente, ride the Dente, that's all I wanna do is ride the Dente. Now, is this here country song about Chili's Presidente margaritas just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente margaritas? Yup, sure is. Ride the Dente.
Welcome back here to New Hampshire. It's time to get the engines fired. Let's head down trackside for the command and the national anthem.
Race fans, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. And now to say the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Timothy Brown.
Let's get the round of 12 started. Drivers, start your engines.
Fired up when you're ready. Let you know they run that roll. Fired up when you're ready.
Engines are fired here at New Hampshire. The car is rolling off very shortly. We're going to head to the commercial break. See you after.
I'll never go on like this, so don't you think you got me up yet? I can't seem to deal with this. You try so hard to pull me in.
Ooh. Call Logano. Hey, Joey, you can save money if you fill up at Shell if you use Advanced Auto Parts Speed Perks.
Dude, I'm way ahead of you.
You saved at the pump?
Yeah, I saved at the pump.
The pump?
The pump.
He saved at the pump!
Woo!
Now you can save at the pump when you shop at Advance Auto Parts. Learn more at advanceautoparts.com/gas rewards.
Now, it's my turn.
The cars are rolling off here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Let's go to your starting lineup.
On the front row, it's Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson.
Row 2 is Bubba Wallace and John Hunter Nemechek.
Row number 3 is William Byron and Carson Hocevar.
Right behind them, it's Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott.
Row 5, and rounding out the top 10, it's a couple of Penske teammates, Joey Logano and Austin Cindric.
In RFK Ford and row number 6 is Ryan Preece and Joe Gibbs number 19 and Chase Briscoe.
Right behind them, it's Brad Keselowski and Shane Van Gisbergen.
Row 8 is Josh Berry and Ross Chastain.
Row number 9, Kyle Busch and that Jones boy, Eric Jones.
Row 10, it's Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson.
Just outside the top 20, it's Alex Bowman and Cole Custer.
Row number 12, Todd Gilliland and Ty Dillon.
And right behind them, it's Ty Dillon's brother, Austin Dillon, and Daniel Suarez.
Row 14 is Riley Herbst and Cody Ware.
Starting further back is Tyler Reddick and Michael McDowell, row 15.
And right behind them, it's Justin Haley and Zane Smith.
Row 17 is BJ McLeod and Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Row number 18, AJ Allmendinger and Ryan Blaney.
And right behind them, rounding out the field, it's Chris Buescher.
Now it's time to flash back to yesterday in the practice incidents, starting with Chris Buescher in the 17, who blew a tire going into turn number 3. A huge impact to the outside wall for the 17, and that is why he starts the back of the field today.
Yeah, we'll look at it right now. Chris Buescher blows a tire into turn 3, and ooh, that's hard to watch. Into turn 3, hits the outside wall, and obviously that's going to be a backup car.
Yeah, really hard hit for the 17. Bunch of damage to that car. Have to go to the backup car, like you said. Now let's look at Ryan Blaney's crash. It looks like he just comes off the corner, off of turn 2, and he just loses the car.
Yeah, he does, but you got to give props to Blaney because, man, that is a really impressive save from the 12. It could have been a lot worse off the turn 2, but fortunately for the 12, he was able to keep it off the walls, and it's a great save for Blaney to not have to go to a backup car.
Race info for today's race will be 18 laps. Stages will be 5, and the final stage will be 8 laps. Now it's going to be a whopping 67 degrees out today, and track temperature is 76.
Yeah, but now it's time to almost now it's time to almost go green flag racing here. The car is coming off the backstretch for the final time before they see the green flag, and there, the pace car pulls onto pit road. Let's go racing in the round of 12.
Kyle Larson got moved up the track in turns 1 and 2, and now it's John Hunter Nemechek to the 3rd position. Christopher Bell leads lap 1. It's Toyota in the top 3, and now Larson's under attack for 4th with Carson Hocevar.
Now on the back straightaway, Carson Hocevar and Kyle Larson side by side. Hocevar is going to get the edge in turn number 3, and he's going to clear Larson off of turn 4.
And we see Christopher Bell to the lead now as we saw 300 cars right next to each other in single files. We see the entire field, the top 10 single file out now. Maybe teams are trying to play it safe and go to the long run. Yeah,
it's a possibility, and we know it's tough to pass on these short, flat tracks in this next-gen car. Should be interesting to see if guys can make up ground. One guy that will probably definitely make up ground because he is the Hurricane, Carson Hocevar, and Brad Keselowski, also looking to make up spots.
So here we go on the last lap of stage number 1. Now it's Christopher Bell leading Bubba Wallace over John Hunter Nemechek. And then the turns 3 and 4, Christopher Bell, he's dominated the first stage here at New Hampshire.
Christopher Bell led all 5 laps of stage 1. Maybe he's going to be able to do that for the rest of the race. It'll be great to see for the 20 team, but now let's head to commercial break, and we'll be right back with you for stage 2.
bounce on my mama knee. Says, son, there's only one thing to set your soul free. Wasn't no easy street where I come from. There wasn't no sleep until the work was done. That victory bell, one for the money, to another show. Please start your engines now and rock and roll.
Welcome back to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Your Stage 1 results are here on screen now. Christopher Bell obviously leading all 5 laps. Toyota teammate right behind him, Bubba Wallace in the 23. Hocevar making up ground. Nemechek finishing Stage 1 where he started. Kyle Larson got moved on the first lap of the stage, so hopefully he'll be able to bounce back. A couple of Hendrick teammates there as well, Byron and Elliott. Denny Hamlin there as well, and now let's send it to pit road with Gavin Beers.
Tyler Reddick leads a small group of cars down to pit road. He says he's a bit free in the center of 1 and 2. His crew chief Billy Scott hopes to make it till the end.
Shane Van Gisbergen comes on to pit road with the same strategy as Tyler Reddick and others. 4 tires and fuel for the 88 team.
The 10 of Ty Dillon is one of the cars who's looking to make it to the end of the race. He's a little bit tight off, but he gets 4 tires and fuel.
As the cars go to the choose cone now, Christopher Bell takes the inside. The next 2 go up top. Hocevar to the bottom. Larson, Elliott, and Byron to the bottom as well. And the rest of the cars will choose their positions there as we're getting ready for the restart.
Yeah, we saw some split decisions on the choose code, but here we go. Back to green here in New Hampshire.
Christopher Bell leads him back down, and it's going to be interesting with some different strategies. There's some contact. Logano and Briscoe's in the wall. And now we got more cars in the wall. RFK Racing's around with Kyle Busch, naturally. And now there's a spin into turn number 3. It's the big one at New Hampshire.
Playoff driver Kyle Busch is involved on the back straightaway with Brad Keselowski. Let's see the replay, and let's look at what happened here. It was on the restart. Joey Logano and Chase Briscoe get into each other. Briscoe's in the wall. Then it looks like, teammates get into each other, and Kyle Busch was just there.
Yeah, let's take a look at it from a different angle here. We can see Briscoe in the wall, and it looks like Priest got squeezed. That squeezed Brad Keselowski into Briscoe, and then the rest was history.
Very odd incident here down the back straightaway, and man, that is just really, really interesting. It's very fortunate that more cars were not involved. Cars down pit road, Alex Bowman, Josh Berry, and Ryan Preece, and Chase Briscoe as well, I would imagine, to repair damage.
Yeah, Ryan Preece and Brad Keselowski got into it. Brad Keselowski, he's going to be on the record, and he's going into the infield and out of the race.
Ever since we hired Dale Jr. at IHOP, breakfasts have been moving fast.
All right, more plates of pancakes, gotta serve, table 3, go, go, go!
Yeah. Is that Dale Jr.?
Order for catering? Look, it's pancakes!
Dine-in delivery catering.
Will you sign my pancakes?
We're back here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway after this multi-car wreck on the back straightaway with including playoff driver Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski.
We head into the choose here. We see the top 2 and top 4 really go split decisions, as we'll see how this does for the restart with 3 laps to go. Here we go. Back to green here at New Hampshire.
Stage 2 looking to come to a close. We have a new leader in this one. It's Bubba Wallace over the Hurricane. Carson Hocevar, who falls back on the high side. Now it's double file for third. Bell and Nemechek. Bell looking to clear for the position onto the front straightaway.
2 more laps to go here in the stage. It's Bubba Wallace who leads. Christopher Bell trying to get around the Hurricane and trying to dominate this race again.
So we see Chase Elliott and John Hunter Nemechek battling it out for 5th position. Who's going to be able to prevail? It looks like Chase Elliott will. He has an edge over John Hunter Nemechek, and it looks like he will be able to clear him going into turn 1.
Looks like he will, but it's on to the back straightaway. Couple car length advantage for Bubba Wallace, who now enters turns 3 and 4. It's the U.S. Air Force machine off turn 4 to take stage 2 at New Hampshire.
Rest of the cars go across the start-finish line. Bubba Wallace, your stage winner. Carson Hocevar in 2nd place. And Christopher Bell in 3rd.
As we see Bubba Wallace dominate the 2nd stage, as we've seen Toyotas dominate the race so far. We'll be back with you after this one.
As a Grand Prix world champion in triathletes, I know how important it is to stretch before any competition.
I also know it's important to stretch. Mobil 1's advanced technology lubricates our engines.
Yes, that is true.
And my joints.
Oh my word.
Soda cookies. Want one, Jensen?
We're back at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Time to take a look at the Stage 2 results. Like Speedway said, it's been Toyota dominant so far. The Hurricane sticking around in 2nd. Carson Hocevar. Christopher Bell, the guy we associate with New Hampshire the most, wounds up 3rd in the stage. John Hunter Nemechek still hanging on to a good run today as well. You see guys like Austin Cindric there as well. Good on these flat tracks. Let's send it down to pit road.
Bubba Wallace comes to his pit stall after winning stage 2. He says his car is fine in 1 and 2, but a little tight off of turn 4. He hopes to keep his lead and go win the race.
The Stage 1 winner of Christopher Bell says his car does not handle well in dirty air. He gets 4 tires and fuel on pit road.
Carson Hocevar says his car is way too loose. His crew chief Luke Lambert makes an adjustment for him, and he's off and away.
The 9 of Chase Elliott, also on pit road, pulls into his box saying his car is perfect. He gets 4 tires and fuel, and away he goes.
Race off of pit road. Looks like Bubba Wallace is going to get that one with Larson in 2nd place there. And what a race off pit road it was. Bubba Wallace gets off the pit road first.
Yeah, we see Kyle Busch comes back out of the garage with a bunch of tape on his race car, but we see Kyle Larson. He's going to be sent to the back with a speeding penalty. This is crucial in the playoffs. Can't have this happen, but we head into the choose cone.
Yeah, we do, and we see some of these split strategies. It's Tyler Reddick and Shane Van Gisbergen on the front row. Tyler Reddick, a playoff contender, who will lead us back to green at the Magic Mile.
And in turn 1 and 2, it's Tyler Reddick who leads on the back straightaway. Shane Van Gisbergen is running 2nd on an oval. Here they come 3 wide.
Oh, he makes contact. Here comes Bell through the middle. 3 wide. Now he's going to settle that. Here comes the Hurricane. Carson Hocevar 3 wide to the inside of Justin Haley.
Man, it is chaos at the front of the field in New Hampshire. The Hurricane is hurricaning his way through, and now he moves up into the top 5 behind Christopher Bell, who he's going to have to get through as well as Bubba Wallace back to the front straightaway.
It's still Tyler Reddick who leads with Shane Van Gisbergen on the back.
Oh, no!
Ty Dillon and Denny Hamlin.
Ty Dillon was one of the cars that stayed out. He was the one that pit after stage 1. Gets caught up in a wreck, and that's probably going to be the day over for him. Let's see a replay on what happened.
Oh, that is unfortunate. That is such an awkward incident with Denny Hamlin. I don't even know what he was trying to do. I guess better square up the entry to turn number 1. Made contact with Ty Dillon, lost control of the car, and that is big contact with Ty Dillon. Would not be surprised whatsoever if the left rear toe link is bent or broken on the 10.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there with Denny Hamlin, but that is obviously going to cost Ty Dillon a good result here. And Denny Hamlin on pit road getting some repairs as well as Justin Haley, who was one of those people who stopped at the end of stage number 1.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin was one of the drivers that got eliminated in the round of 16 as we head into the choose cone here, as it's going to be 4 laps to go here at New Hampshire.
4 laps to go at the Magic Mile. It's pure cinema time. We're back to green. It's Toyota up front with Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick. Power into the wall goes Shane Van Gisbergen. Head-on impact to the outside wall, and it is day done for Shane Van Gisbergen.
Shane Van Gisbergen was running so well, made a good strategy call, and all that goes to waste here with the restart. Hard impact to the outside wall, and his day is done.
Yeah, like you said, hard in the wall, as he had no grip after maybe he got moved from Carson Hocevar. We'll have to see another replay if we do see another replay. But that's going to be the day over for Shane Van Gisbergen. As let's head back into the choose go.
We head back to the choose. Reddick and Bubba Wallace on the front row. It's Toyota teammates and 2311 teammates. It's going to be one crazy restart with 2 laps to go in New Hampshire.
Here they go. Back on the lap pedal here. 2 more laps to go. Here
they go!
Back to the inside.
Oh, and teammates 2311 forward
down the wall.
The wall. Christopher Bell gets ahead, and looks like he's going to come to the white flag in the lead, as it's the battle for second. Here comes Carson Hocevar and Ryan Blaney.
I don't know if Hocevar's going to have time to get there. Can it be the Magic Mile Master to take yet another checkered flag at this fabled facility? It's Christopher Bell, back to 3 and 4, and onto the front straightaway. Bell wins New Hampshire. He's headed to the round of 8.
Christopher Bell locks himself into the round of 8. And what a dominant performance it was from Christopher Bell. He had to work for that one in the last stage. And man, he did it. An amazing 3-wide move against Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace there. And what in the world was this? 4-wide, Reddick in the wall, and Bell scoots away with the win.
Yeah, what an aggressive move from Christopher Bell. The winning move, and then 4-wide is just not going to work here at New Hampshire. And 2311 disaster class. Goodness.
Yeah, it was. Off turn 2, the two get together.
Gonna burn it down.
Christopher Bell with some burnouts in New Hampshire. He's used to doing those here. Great run by Christopher Bell. He is locked into the round of 8 and further increases his chances for a championship. What a race for Christopher Bell.
Look at some of the race results here at New Hampshire. Obviously, Christopher Bell won the Hurricane. Carson Hocevar, he finishes 3rd here. Ryan Blaney, he started 2nd to last. And great strategy made him finish 2nd. John Hunter Nemechek started 4th. Got a top 5 run. Pretty good from him as well.
Yeah, Chris Buescher, last week's winner, he finished 9th. But let's see the second row of this. Cody Ware finishing 25th. And we see Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch. They finished laps down, 1 lap down and 2 laps down. And then we see Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Dillon, and Brad Keselowski all ending the day with DNFs.
Yeah, unfortunate for these guys at the back. Kyle Busch is a playoff driver, so this is really going to hurt his playoff chances to try to go for a 2nd NASMAR Community Cup Series championship. A very interesting race today in New Hampshire. A great race that is. Thanks so much for having us, Speedway. It's been a ton of fun to commentate this race, and I'm excited to see your future projects, hopefully.
Yeah, I gotta thank Speedway Racing Network. Thanks for having me on here. It's been a great race. As we look at the playoff cut line, Christopher Bell locked in, Chase Elliott plus 31, Tyler Reddick minus 2, as well as Kyle Busch, and Daniel Suarez back there as well, only minus 8. You can make that up in a race.
Yeah, we see the playoff cut line get so tight it's gonna get so exciting as we head into Kansas and the round of 12 elimination race at the Roval. So we'll have to see how it ends up. But that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for commentating with me. Thanks, Gavin Beers and Interstate Batteries Cup Series for Pit Reporter, and thank you and goodbye.